back. Never want to give up, guys. I'm going to do this quick. I'm not even going to shoot the whole video, but I need to figure out what happened yesterday on this dang thing. So started over again. I'm going to go with 10 layers, simple, so I know that I get enough pressure for the welding. I actually have 2 billets of the 10 layers set up, so if that works well, I'll take those 2 billets once they're welded, weld them together, and go with it. So I'll just jump in every once in a while. This will be a very, very short video, but you can't lose without knowing why. As I'm just going to stick this in, I'm all done, and I'll tell you, I'm pretty happy, and you'll see at the end. I'm not going to show you the forge weld. I'm not going to go through that again. If you want to see that part, go back to the first video, the forge welding bandsaw blades. I did basically the exact same thing that I started that video with. I had 20 layers then. Today I only had 10, and they welded well, pretty much. And in the end, you'll see what happened. So again, basically the exact same thing that I started. I just didn't do anything tricky. I didn't cut and rotate and try anything crazy. I just did a flat weld, and I folded it a few times, which I'll explain a little bit later on. So yeah, you want to watch this one because it was a success. I just want you to know that if you want to see the forge welding, go to the other video. Don't yell at me for not showing you on this one. I wanted to make it as short as I could. Enjoy the rest. Alright guys, so I spent quite a bit of time. Boy, I'll tell you, this bandsaw stuff, I mean, I'm barely at all experienced in welding. But this stuff is a pain in the ass, and I'm telling you, it really is hard crap. So anyway, this is the second billet. The first billet is actually here, and after I did the first forge weld, it was delaminating, so I threw it on the ground in a fit of rage, and I grabbed the second billet and welded that. It actually looked very much like this one does now, so I picked the other one back up and I went to town on it. You can see with the edges here, that's something I need to learn. I just don't know. When you're doing multiple layers like that, what happens on the edges? And that's something I'm going to study tonight for sure. I'm going to do some videos or watch somebody else's videos and see what the heck's going on there. So what I basically, again, this looked like this. All I did is I cut off, you know, a 1/4 inch or so around the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and forge this out, and we'll just see if the thing falls apart or not. And that's what this video will be. It's hopefully my redemption. If not, you're never going to see the video, because there's no sense in showing you the same failure twice until he figures it out. Hold tight. Let's see if this stuff will move without falling apart at all. I certainly hope so. For your sake, it'd be cool to see a success. Seems to be moving at this point in the juncture. I'll tell you, typical Chandler would say, let's weld those 2 pieces together, but I'm not going to. I'm going to make the first one that works is the video today. Okay, so far it's staying together. Staying together. Not sure what kind of knife we'll make out of this, but we're going to do something with it. Faux show. Faux show. Do something with it if it stays together. Stays together. weird noise. Wow. Screeching going on. She's coming. We ain't going for fancy, going for holy crap, I'm lucky it's working at all. There's a little piece, you can see it or not, right here, like a rollover or something. Not sure what that is. Alright, somebody in a comment last night, that's a good point, with pattern steel, if you bevel that knife, you're going to be mushing that pattern on the edge. So, as much as I don't want to grind that bevel, I think maybe I will, just to see what the pattern does. I really think I will. I mean, is it okay as a simple knife just like that? A little clip point of some sort? We haven't fallen apart. Yeah. Let's grind it up. Before I grind it up, I'll throw it in and normalize it a couple times, bring it up to red to orange hot, let it cool, bring it up to, I'll do it like twice, and then we will see what it does from there. Alright, we got our rough grind in there. I can see that pattern pretty well. It's a little thinner than I would like, but we'll see how it goes. I'll go ahead and heat treat it. I have no idea what to use with it. Plunges aren't exactly even either, but this is just a test knife for using this steel. I think the pattern is going to look beautiful. Anyway, heat treating it. I'm going to use oil. We'll see what that does. If that doesn't work, then we'll go to water. Here we go. Quench, I'm using just plain old canola oil. And here we go. Oh, I'm slipping in my tones. We're good. No warping. I think one of the last videos said I don't see any, or I don't hear any warping. Yeah, I think we look good. Oh yeah. Hell. That looks good. You can see the pattern right there. I like it. Let me clean it up. We should make sure the thing's hard. Where am I up here? Sounds good to me. Yep, I'm liking it. It's going to be party when we get done with it, that's for sure. Actually, you know, the pattern that I see after quenching it is darker than the pattern that I saw after etching the other piece, so that's interesting. And let me clean it up, we'll put a temper on it. Temper, I'll do what I normally do with my variable tempers. I'm using the vise as a heat sink. I'll come back here and I'll hit it with a propane torch and get the spine blue. I'll be back when I'm done. Hopefully I don't mess it up. A little too close to my edge here with the blue, but for this test knife it'll be just fine. I think we'll be okay. It's dark golden. I don't know if you can see it in the light, right down to here, and then it starts getting into the blue. So I think we're pretty close, and I'm actually kind of liking the way it looks. First time I've actually used a variable temper on such a small knife, and I couldn't get it into the vise the way I wanted it, so that's part of it. Alright, let me finish this son of a gun up and we'll see what we got when we get done. For a test knife, she's taking a little bit of time. Can you see any pattern in there yet? Probably not. Alright, so I got her down close to where I want the edge to be. I'm going to go ahead and etch it, and then I like to put my final edge in on that. So we buffed it up a little, got her nice and shiny. You see any pattern in there? Yep. Let's go put it in the etch. Alrighty, Aphrodite, let's go ahead and get this thing in here for a while. Oh, she doesn't quite fit. Doesn't quite fit all the way down. That sucks. I wanted the handle etch too. So I think we can just, I'll be back. I'm going to just add a little bit of water to that etch. Alrighty. Out of the acid etch. That looks pretty damn good to me. Let me put an edge on it and we'll close this video off. Video, I think I said video. Let's close this video. Let me clean an edge on it. Guys, it might have taken me a couple of tries to get this one done, but I'll tell you, Ford's welding that bandsaw blade, I mean, probably 90% me, but it was tough. So I started off with 10 layers, alternating layers of metal cutting bandsaw versus wood cutting bandsaw. Folded it once, give me 20. Folded it again, give me 40, and then one final fold. Yep, that's what I did. Give me 80 layers, and there we go. If I can get the right light for you to see it. I can get a glare off. There we go. We'll go a little closer. Very, very nice pattern. Whoever suggested don't hammer the taper, I thank you, because this is the pattern in the handle where I left it flat, and it's very grainy, you know, like wood grainy. And then as you grind through those layers, that pattern, I really like how that turned out. Nice layered pattern down through there. Both sides, everything's good. No delamination, no issues whatsoever. The only odd thing is, why is that spot so dark? Weird. It's the only odd piece of the whole thing. Looks good. Sharper than sharp. I'd say sharper than sharp. So that is, you know, it took that edge very well. Feels pretty, with the file, it felt pretty hard. I'm kind of pleased with it. Again, I don't know what kind of steel they use, but I'm going to take this thing home. It'll become my new paring knife, and we'll give her a run through and see, you know, exactly how I feel the thing keeps an edge. Pretty darn cool little project now that it's done and it's successful. But definitely give it a try. It's not, I don't think it's extremely difficult to find these bandsaw blades laying around, and you know, you could just use one bandsaw. You wouldn't have to alternate. You'd still end up with a decent pattern. And again, all I did was flat weld, fold, flat weld, fold, flat weld. Actually, the last fold I folded perpendicular to the other two folds. I'm not sure what that did or if it did anything, but no twisting, no alternating, pattern or anything like that. Nothing fancy, and we were successful today. So anyway, I'm done with this one. Thanks for coming along on this journey. Sorry it took 3 videos, but don't give up. Give up and throw away the piece that ain't gonna work no more. That's no doubt about it. Or move it into a different direction. But go back, if you have the material, go back and do it again. Keep trying. I told you I started this project with 2 billets. There's the other one. So this is kind of what this oh, you saw me make it. This started off as, so I still got another one that I can work on there. I like it. It's a cute little knife. I mean, there's nothing special about the grinder, the blade, or anything. But I think it's going to turn out to be a handy little tool at home. All right, catch you on the next one. Thank you. Goodbye.